All right, everybody. I'm so excited for this special training tonight. For those of you who don't know, Angelique, she is not on our team. Angelique is, I guess she would be a sideline sister to me because we are both direct to company. Like we both have no upline. And so we've been pacing partners for 2 years. She and I got put together as blind roommates on a trip to home office.
Thank God. Thank God.
And it was true love ever since. So we roomed together last year at Summit, and I just love being with her. She is amazing. She's high energy. She's super fun. She's real. She fits in with our team so perfectly. She's just awesome. So she came to visit and watch the Leader Summit with our leaders at my house. She flew in from, well, she lives technically in Illinois, but basically close enough to St. Louis. Yeah. And she flew in to hang out with us. So she got to meet quite a few of our leaders and hang out with us. And we just loved every second of having her here. So she was telling us at the end of the night, there was a few of us left. And she was telling us about this bingo that she plays as a party. And so luckily I was able to convince her to come in and teach you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, first of all, I am so pumped to be here because—
Oh yeah, she's the A and BAM, sorry. Didn't even on your celebrityism. The BAM plan that we all—
so weird that you guys think that's like a celebrity thing and not that you guys do, but oh my God.
It is. There's Becky, Angelique, and Megan. They're all on the same team. So they made the BAM plan together.
Yeah.
I was totally forgot. She is a celebrity.
Right. You know me. Anyway, it's so good to be here. When I came up to Debbie's, it was exactly the punch in the arm I needed because I took a health break. COVID had created some health situations for me that I couldn't kick. And so I took a month off, and Debbie, so sweet, called me and invited me to join for the Leader Summit. I'm so grateful because here I am back in the saddle again, super happy and grateful to be here. And wanted to share kind of the things to kind of shake things up a little bit, because sometimes we get stale and we want to like have fun, you know, and I'll be honest with you. I like simple, I like fun, I like basic. And I know that's what our customers like too. So I actually took this idea from another leader. Her name is escaping me right now. Lindsay, I think her name is. But then I tweaked it and kind of made it my own. Last night, I did it for the very first time in my VIP group. I rarely go live I go live in my VIP group, but I don't do a lot of interactive live games or anything like that, or like a girls' night in, or I don't do that. So this is my very first one in 3 years ever. And I was like, I just need to get back at it. It was so much fun. I sold over 20 sets of my inventory, and I was supposed to have like, I think 13 people RSVP'd, but I was having technical difficulties. So I ended up having about 9 or 10 people pop on. It was awesome. So, and then today I followed up with them. I'm asking them if they would like to do a bingo with their friends. I'm telling you, if you can get people to do the bingos, they will have a lot of fun. So I wanted to, because the feedback has been phenomenal about the bingos. So I wanted to kind of share what I do and also encourage you guys, because since I'm so kind of new at the bingo thing, I haven't done a ton of them, but they've been successful on the ones that I have done. But to encourage you that if something comes up in your brain that you're like, oh, this would improve this method, be sure to reach out and share it with me, because I would love to hear, you know, any enhancements or improvements that you guys come up with, because there's a million that you could do. So Debbie, I first of all, I do not have a PowerPoint because I don't have PowerPoint, and nor do I know how to do it. So I just typed this simply out on a piece of like in my Word document. And like I said, Debbie has a copy of it and she has the images. I'll show you some graphics that I use so you can get some ideas, but I sent her the graphics as well. So if we could share my screen, Debbie, can I do that?
Yeah, you should be able to. Okay. Go down to the bottom like you were.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
And then Angelique, I'm going to mute everybody because I haven't done that. So you're going to have to unmute yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I was kind of hoping that I could cover up stuff so you guys, well, maybe I can I? No, I can't. So don't read too much ahead. And then after we get past this point, but you want explanation anyway. So you can call it a couple of things. You can call it Bling Babe Bingo. I did this with my team. The way this started was I did a team, this was during COVID. This is how I stumbled upon this. So I did a Bling Babe Bingo for my team where they earned prizes and we had a lot of fun. And then I started calling it a boozy bingo with my girlfriends who I knew like to have some cocktails. But depending on your person or your customer, you can call it either one. Don't call it both. Pick one that's kind of more suitable for who your customer is. And then my amazing assistant, you'll see some of the graphics, but she added featuring Color Street, kind of just a little bit in the corner. So it was kind of like, it wasn't so overtly in your face, but I really enjoyed her saying that. So they kind of knew, you know, where I was coming from. So I wrote out some of my notes and we'll go through them and I'll explain and I'll answer any questions. And Debbie, I'll just stop periodically. Like I'll stop after point 3 and be like, does anybody have any questions or whatever? So first of all, what I've been doing is I created a group, but today as I was reevaluating this process, an event might actually be really good too, because I know in events, and it's been a minute since I've worked in events, which is why I'm not going to speak to it, but you guys might know better than I do. But I know that you can remind people in an event and they get a notification automatically. So since this is not a party in a group, I thought, maybe I'll start doing it in events because when you start doing reminders the day of, people will get notified. Or you can send like a group message and it'll send separately to each person, or you used to be able to do that. So again, that's just a caveat to kind of look out for, but I'll just speak to what I've done. So when I've invited somebody to have a bingo and they want to do this, I create a group. And I name it the name of the person who is having it. So for instance, my best friend Pam had one and it's Pam's Boozy Bingo. That way they just know, type in her name so they can find it. I tell the hostess that this is an exclusive event because it truly is. Only 20 people fit on a Zoom. So, and you want to be able to see all of them. So if they do invite 20, that's ideal. If they invite any more than that, you move into a second page and then you can't see everybody. So I tell her she can only invite up to 20 people. And I tell them that there's going to be fun prizes and that the first people to RSVP or add themselves into the group, because I have her share the link. I'll share the link of the group to her and I'll say, send this out to your friends and explain to them, hey, I'm having a boozy bingo on Thursday. Do you want to join me? You're going to win free prizes. There's only 3 rounds. It's going to be great. Okay. I don't really go into much more detail than that because once you get them in front of you, you can do your thing, right? So I'll explain what the do your thing is here in just a second. Okay. So, all right. So we play 3 rounds of bingo. There are 3 winners total for that time period. It's about 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how well it goes or how quickly they win. Prizes can be anything. I initially was back in COVID days, I was giving away a free set of nail strips just because I had a bunch and I thought, well, I'll do that. But after last night, I determined, well, that's kind of silly because they can purchase my nail strips at a discount. So I started giving away, like last night, I had a lot of fun and I gave away different things. So on the on-time prize, which I'll speak to in a minute, I gave like a simple pair of those fun earrings that everybody gives. You can do seasonal ones or whatever. And then you have prizes for each round. I did a progressive prize package. So, you know, the first package, I did a little cuticle oil, another set of earrings, and like some lip oil. And then the next package, I did like a travel size of mineral fusion and some nail clips that you could put on with it. And then the next one, I did like color cash, which I made my own coupons. And so for a future purchase. And then like I did a Color Street emery board in a case and some other little like cuticle cream in a package that they could take on a traveling trip or whatever. So each prize, I told them, kind of gets progressively better as they go along because you want them to kind of stay engaged and have a good time. Okay, so once you get your group or event created, I created a welcome post and I pinned it to the top so it was the first thing that they saw. I welcome the girls. I let them know they have to RSVP to the event to get their bingo boards. And you can even do like a, hey, put a check mark in the comments when you've RSVP'd or something like that if you want to do a prize. I didn't even go that far. But I'm just telling you, these are things like if you're having trouble people RSVPing, you can incentivize them in some way. Okay, so sample verbiage for the welcome pin post at the top of the group. I said, welcome all you bingo babes, ready to win some adorable prezzies. Bring your game face and your best stim wear because we're having boozy bingo tomorrow night at 7:30 Central Time to hang out with your ultimate bingo babe, Sarah, who is the hostess, and me. We will play 3 games and have 3 winners who will be sure to be, there will also, who will walk away with some adorable party swag. There will also be an on-time prize, so be right there at 7:30 or 7 o'clock p.m. Or maybe I said, okay, there's a typo. We will play on Zoom and I will send the link the morning of. The Zoom is free and so fun. If you haven't downloaded it, click here. The beautiful thing is with during COVID, everybody familiarized themselves with Zoom. So it's kind of nice because I remember before COVID, I felt like not everybody knew how to do it and they were very hesitant to download anything that they didn't really want downloaded. So this has been a kind of a nice little feature. Okay, so before I move on, is there any questions?
Nope. The only thing I put in the comments, Angelique, is you could do your normal party group and then just create your event for the actual time of the bingo. So they would get a reminder for that.
Yeah. Yes.
That might work. Because I always go back and forth with events if it gets out there to enough people, but it does give the reminder. But if you go just to an event, then you can never post anything after because it goes away.
And so today I went back into my event, Pam's Boozy Bingo, and I messaged all of them because I had obviously a record of who was there and who ordered, and I followed up with them today. So,
yeah. But you did it in your VIP group.
I did do it in my VIP
right?
group, and I did create an event, but here was the technical difficulty. I created the event, and I told you, I've never done this before. So I tried to go live in the event because it says it's got a little button. It didn't work.
And I don't think you can. Can anyone speak on that? I thought I tried that before and it went into my group.
And I looked like a total.
But that's okay. I mean, it's okay because if it was someone's party and you had the party and the event, then you just said the event was that time. It's just telling them to get in there at that time.
True. And somebody purchased 4 sets last night that wasn't even playing bingo. She just sat there and watched us.
So if it's, so I would stick to the group.
Yeah.
The group for a party and then create the event for the time.
That's a good idea. So I told you, like, this will be like a little bit of a tweak as we go, but not really.
So Angela, when you did this in your VIP group, so you did it as a live instead of a Zoom when you did it?
Yes, I did it as a live.
Yep. Okay. And it still worked like the same way as how you're about to explain?
No, it's a little different. And I can explain that at the end if you'd like.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. So bingo night, you want to make sure that you get people there so you can offer an on-time prize. Last night, I just literally waited for people to come on. And again, since I was having technical difficulties, by the point I got up and running, whoever was there, they were on time. But typically, if they were coming in and they were right on time, there's two ways to do it. I changed my little verbiage here today because the way I did it on Zoom with my customers was different than the way I did it with my VIPs. But you can do whatever you choose. So what I loved about this was, so you want to get on your Zoom promptly at like 5 minutes before, so you're ready to go. And within so the first way I started doing it was on time trivia. And what I loved about that, and here, well, I'll tell you, once everybody starts popping on, I have trivia questions for them that I start to ask. If they're on time, I'm asking the questions and they can just raise their hand. I give them multiple choice. They just raise their hand. It doesn't matter who wins the most because you're going to enter everyone who's on time into the wheelofnames.com. Do you guys have ever done that where the circle, when all the trivia questions have been answered, you enter all their names. It should take 2 seconds. Like as they're coming in, I'm typing them in. And then I'll do the trivia questions. So examples of the trivia questions were, what state is Color Street located in? Now, before I didn't have multiple choice, they had to guess. I found it's way easier if you have like, you know, I would say, hey, you guys, okay, so whoever was there would be like, okay, what state is Color Street located in? And I would say A, Missouri, B, New Jersey, C, California. The point here was that we were an American-made company and that our products are produced here in the United States and that we're, you know, we're jamming out, you know, even in a pandemic. So like, so we don't have to wait for like overseas and all the things. So you want to kind of plant seeds to make them kind of think about that. A lot of people, you know, are loyal to American companies, and that is a good selling point. The second one, at that month in April, I had a really great month. Was it April? I don't remember. I guess it was April. My team had their highest sales month in April. How much did they sell? 17 million, 1,700, and 170,000. When they guess 1,700, you know that they are so off base because mine was 17 million. My team sold 17 million in April and they could not, I mean, you should have seen the eyeballs popping. So you want to create kind of a, wow, you know, that's a lot of friggin', and I was like, yes, for a $12 product, that's a lot of nails in 1 month, you know? So that's, again, another seed. You could also do like a recruiting seed, like how much does our kit cost? You know, $400, $600, make those exorbitant, like, and then $129, you know, make it like super, super, you know, crazy, and then put ours, and then, you know, have them guess that so they can say, I wish I would have done that one. I thought about that later today and I thought that's a good one. Because if they knew that it was, yeah, our kit is only $129 and you can sell everything out of it and make money. So it's kind of a great deal. What did our founder and CEO, Mr. Park, originally come to America to do? He was a construction worker, an opera singer, or a teacher. This just creates kind of a story about, you know, story sell, facts tell type of thing. So you kind of want to create kind of a cool like story. Like, yeah, you guys should really get to know Mr. Park's story. It's kind of phenomenal. And how long has Color Street been in business? 10 years, 3 years, 20 years. It shows how young we are and how much potential that we have. So you can create your own trivia questions if you want, and you don't have to do trivia at all. I'll tell you the other way is just, it's just so easy. You see people that pop on and you pop them in the wheel of names and that's it. I mean, it's that easy. Trivia should be quick and have the guests raise their hands like I said. Okay. So the trivia should be go very quickly. That should not take anything but like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then you get going. Again, the second way, once you see them, you just pop them in the wheel of names. And then I turned well, last night on my VIP, I was doing it on my phone. So I turned it towards my computer and they could see the wheel. So if you could just show them a shot of it or, you know, verify that they're the winner, that would be helpful. And it's just kind of fun. Okay, so bingo setup. So I pull more sets. So basically the bingo cards are generated and I have the link provided here, but you create your bingo board with the set names that you're going to be calling out. So instead of numbers, you're going to have sets. And I pull more sets than needed because I want them to know I have more to sell, but they don't know that, right? So you're going to do a 5x5 board. The generator, you click on this link, it pulls up, it's free. It creates 30 free digital links to 30 different boards. So they switch the board for you. So you don't have to mess with like doing it on your own, which is a beautiful thing. And you will pick out your sets, like, you know, pick them all out, and then you're going to type them all in and the board will automatically be generated. You can have a free space. I know I did not have a free space when I was doing it during COVID because I wanted them to take longer. Like I wanted the game, I felt like the games might go pretty quick if I had a free space. But last night I did the free space and it just depends. We played 3 games. 2 games took longer than the one went very quickly. So it was just luck of the draw there. Okay, so you will have 30 different links. They can either print off the board if they want to, And then bring like markers, like you can do coin markers, or you can even say bring candy or whatever. I mean, you can joke around with them, but anything that would cover the board, because they're going to continue to, that's the only board they need. They just need to know that they're going to use it multiple times. The other way, this bingo generator changed since I started using it. You can use it on your phone. So if, let's say you send it to them in the group, or you message them privately, their own personal link, when they click on the link, it pulls up the board and you can hit it with your finger and it'll X off there. That's really cool. And then there's a button that says clear board. So the board will stay, but the X's will go. So that's really neat, because that's a total selling feature to play bingo, because you can literally play it anywhere. Sitting, I mean, it's just like if they were sitting and playing Words with Friends or something like that at a hockey practice or at a bar. You know, this is them playing bingo here. So it depends on what they want to do. I think it's way easier on the phone now. Before I had them printing it off, but so easy on the phone. Okay, so the morning of the bingo game, I message their boards the morning of. Number one, it kind of reminds them that, hey, you got bingo tonight. And number two, you're kind of doing it when everybody's RSVP'd at this point. So you're not like trying to keep up on it. It's like batching your work, you know? So I do that. And any questions on that so far?
Okay, wait, I don't know if I missed it. So let's say 10 people say they're coming. How are you giving each the 10 people their board?
When you click on this free bingo generator board, you'll type in all the sets, and then it'll say next step. You click the button and they'll say, you've got 30 boards available. Now there's an option, you'll see it. It'll say, do you want digital links or something to that effect? Do you want them? When you click on that, a window opens and there's literally 30 links provided for you. So I would just highlight one, go pop it. So I think in Pam's bingo, I might have put them in the comments, like I would, and then tag the person, but you can go into Messenger and say, here's your bingo board for tonight. You can have a little blurb. I have a little blurb I sent for last night's bingo, like, join me tonight. Remember, it's 3 games. Like I kind of gave them a little synopsis again of what's going to happen. Here's your personal bingo board. You can, and then I explained it's digital, or you can print it, make sure you bring markers, you know, so I kind of did that. But if you just highlight the link and send it, and it'll even say like, it'll be like HTTP : / whatever the heck that is. And then /1 and then 2 and then 3, like each link has, so you'll be able to keep track of like which ones you sent. I just made a note, ended at sending 14. The next one I would need to send is 15, because you don't want them to have a duplicate board or everybody's going to win at the same time.
That's so easy. Okay.
So nice. Once you guys try it for yourself, you're going to see how easy it is. It's really great. I could even show you tonight how to do it if you want me to. Okay, so how to play the bingo. So there will be 3 rounds of bingo, and I tell them, so last night I just said, hey, we're just doing basic bingo for all 3 rounds to this, you know, across, down, diagonal, and the free space is yours. But when I was doing it with the COVID, every round was different. I was like, okay, this round we're doing an L shape, and it had like, people would try to flip the L. I'm like, no, is that an L? No, dude. So like an L shape or a T shape, or fill the board. Like I would do the fill the board at the end. So like, let's say the games are flying and you're like, oh my gosh, this is going by so fast. Or I didn't show all my sets that I wanted to sell. You say, we're going to do fill the board this final round, you know, because you want to take your time. So you can pick whatever you choose, but as between each round, you can, reiterate what the plan is, you know, hey, remember, okay, we're going to go down to the side diagonal, because people might join in later. So you just want to kind of keep repeating, but don't be annoying about repeating yourself. Okay. So what I started doing was offering a bingo special. Pam's Boozy Bingo, which is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to be honest with you. After doing this for 3 years, I think everybody knows what Color Street is. It's a horrible assumption, and take it from me, that's absolutely not true. And she had, I think, 7 or 8 people on her bingo, maybe 10. And I was like, so this is bingo featuring Color Street. How many of you know what Color Street is? One person. And I was like, Okay. So I had a Tuesday already ready. I already knew what I was going to do. I said, let me show you how easy it is to apply Color Street. And I just applied one Tuesday, held it up, showed them what it was, showed them how to do it. And I said, it's literally the best, nail polish in the world, So this is what we're going to be playing with Color Street sets. And tonight, because you don't know what Color Street is, or because I feel, because we're going to have a featured special, I'm going to, during the party, there's an exclusive party special. For example, last night I did $12 a set shipped, and I honored the buy three, get one free. So I said to them, for example, one set's $12, two sets $24, and 4 sets is $36, which is obviously the best deal. So I sold a lot of buy three, get ones. And you can change it, like whatever your little heart desires. I used to do $10 a set, but when I would message them, tell them what their sets were. And I would say, if it's one set, I would charge $1 for shipping. If it was 2 sets, I'd do 2. Whatever you want to, what parameters you ever wanted, you can do whatever you want in that area. Whatever's best for your budget, or what you want to, recoup in cost, that's up to you. That's the beauty of this. Okay, so what I would say is, when you see one, so if you see a set that you like and you want it, you need to, on the Zoom, they would say, I want that one, and I'd be like, okay, so I'd write down, Debbie wants, Lisbon Nights. I had a Lisbon Nights last night, Debbie. And it was oldie but goodie. And I would say, now Lisbon Nights, I only had one, but let's say it was Tokyo Lights. I would obviously say, I have several Tokyo Lights. So if anybody else wanted to claim this, please feel free. I have multiples of several of these. So don't be hesitant to say, I want this too. And I'll double check my stock. So that's what I would do in a situation like that. So once the game starts, you start pulling your sets, and you'll do something like that. This is beautiful on I did this last night. You'll say, okay, extravaganza. I don't know why. Oh, I was on my phone. I am going to recommend. See, I've been doing it for my computer, and it doesn't show. I don't know if your computers are different or laptops are different, but my phone showed this amazing glitter. This is so hard because of the camera angle and everything. But when you're on your phone, it was stunning. I mean, I was like, wow, do you guys see that holographic glitter just shining? I mean, it was gorgeous. Make sure your lighting is good. Test it out before you get on here. Practice your presentation skills, because, doing this is going to make them sick, and you're just going to be like, no. So make sure that you're, showing them. And this is what I've been doing, like this. Last night was awesome because I was on my phone and doing it, and it was like way better quality. They could tell exactly what color it was. So make sure that you're doing it. So I would say something like, oh my gosh, isn't this adorable? It's perfect for Easter. But I would, again, hold it up real close to it's perfect for Easter, to add to anybody's basket. Love it so much. It's our brand new Easter collection, and then you do another one. Like if I did, oh, here we go. Here's Tiny and Shiny. It's our petite collection for smaller nails. It's actually on our retired list. So if you don't grab it now, it's going to be gone. So make sure that if this is something that you like, you grab, so like you want to tell them a little bit about it. If it's a retired set, you could say, like I had several, I'd be like, this one hasn't been available in a year or 2. So, if you want this one, I would tell them a little bit about it and then move on. Tokyo Lights, our #1 top seller, has been for 3 years. You can see why it's so beautiful, goes with everything, kind of a thing. Okay. So when they, like if you have a winner, so I'm like, yay, winner. Now read back the sets that I want to verify your win. Read back the sets that got you to where your bingo added up, or however you want to say that. And they read them back. You go, yay, you won. Okay, so prize #1. Do you want to see it, or do you want me to ship it? Do you want to see it, or do you want to be surprised? Most everybody says they want to see it. So I'll say, okay, you won a traveling bottle of Mineral Fusion. Here's the nail clips I had mentioned before. Of course, I have my business card in there. And then If you guys don't do Perfectly Posh, I would recommend that. But these are like little sample packs that they discount majorly. I mean, I think I got like 50 for $4 or something like that. I don't even know. And this is, it said right on cue. It's really cute. Cuticle cream. It's adorable. So I would include that, and they'd be like, yay. And I'll be like, okay, I'll contact you. I'll message you after and get all your details and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you do that 3 times. And then once the game is over, I say, okay, you guys, for those of you that want to see, we're going to go through the remaining stock right now. For those of you who want to grab any, make sure that you comment on it, go through them really quick, because at this point they've seen them a few times. And that's it. So then when the game ends, I tell them, I'm like, okay, the game's over. We're still in that Facebook group. I've posted my VIP link in there. Would love for you to continue to stay with me, so you can learn about current specials, exciting sneak peeks. I do, whatever, special, exclusive offers, whatever you want to say, get them in your VIP group. And so I provide the link in the group, and invite them in there. The other thing that I do is I follow up with anyone who purchased and anyone who didn't purchase, because I have a stock list on Yumihu. If you haven't heard of that or haven't done it yet, I highly recommend Yumihu. It is an amazing tool to keep your stock organized, and it deletes when people purchase. It's so great, and everything's already loaded in there. Every image is loaded in there. Every category is loaded in there. It's really great. But let's say you don't have that. It doesn't matter. However, you can show your sets. So I would message them privately. I got a ton of sales this way. I would say, hey, Debbie, thank you for purchasing, XYZ. I'll get those in the mail to you tomorrow. But I also have I have my stock list available at tonight's party price if you're interested to take a look. Every single person wanted to see my stock, and every single person bought from me. So that was an easy way to do that. There's another, if you don't want to do that, I would lead with a party first. Hey, thanks for joining tonight. Wasn't it so much fun? Would love to do this for your friends. You saw how easy and, amazing it was. Let's get one on the books, Make sure you keep it simple when you ask. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. And then recently I just created a hostess box. It's really cute. It just has like a strip in it with some color cash and these nail clips. And if anyone hosts one, it costs the same amount to ship as like my bubble mailer used to cost, but it just looks cooler with a box. Don't ask me why. And then I offer, you'll earn my exclusive hostess box just for joining in on Bingo with your friends. And that is really it. Any questions? I know I spoke very quickly.
Where do you get your boxes?
Amazon. I can send you the link.
Okay. So then are you taking everything you sell and replacing it then through the hostess's link, or what are you doing?
Well, so there's a couple ways to do that. You can do that, or I have created my own hostess rewards with my stock, because to be honest, like I'll either repurchase for myself and keep all that for me. And then they can pick from my stock list. If you don't have stock, which I did not have stock forever, COVID would pretty much put me into a stock situation. But to be honest, I never had stock. So if you're a new stylist and you don't have that, or you don't have the money to purchase stock, I totally get it. Then yeah, you could create a party link for them, and anything that you collect, well, how does that work? I haven't done it that way, but there's definitely different ways that you can do it based on your availability with, finances, available stock and whatnot. But I have not done it that way, Debbie. But if you have a big party, you could totally do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And just replace, you would just, whatever you spent, you could just reorder back through her link.
Right. Exactly. But to be honest, doing the party, like, so I would be sending the hostess a hostess pack anyway. So if they're getting a box from me with extra little goodies in it, I feel like it's sufficient. And if people ordered, I will throw in a couple more sets or whatever to them and say, hey, you know, this party was so great. I really appreciate you showing your friends for the amount that they ordered. You have earned 2 free strips, but that's about it. Like they don't really, and they don't expect anything else, quite frankly. I haven't found anyone to be like, well, I really want, because to be honest, this is such a quick and easy, it's not a 3-day situation. It's not them having to stay on top of comments. You know, it's just so easy. So they don't really expect. Now, if I sold $150, of course I'm going to give them, you know, more. It just depends. Now, my friend Pam, I'll tell you, exactly. We sold $300 the night of my bingo. And I was like, wow, you know, it's amazing. I think I gave her 2 or 3 sets, and I might've thrown in a little extra for her as far as like little goodie things. She was beyond the moon. I should go get my box and show you it, because the presentation is like, I mean, people are like, ee! I mean, she was all happy. So I think it's all in the way that you present it. So I mean, it's totally up to you. I'm still tweaking this, but this is how I've done it so far.
Yeah, grab your box. You showed me a picture. It's so cute. And then some people have asked some questions.
Don't make fun of my Christmas decorations. They were making fun of me last night. My husband took Christmas down and left up winter in his world. It's winter. And I'm like, whatever. Okay, I'll be right back.
Debbie, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys talked about creating a group, and you could do an event in the group.
I think that's what I would do. Like if this was going to be someone's party, because I think I would still I might do some posting a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give them some, you know, like our like welcome post, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or what is Color Street, that kind of stuff before bingo.
That's a great idea. And even just to have, like you said, that follow up and even an application video or things like that.
Yeah, you could totally fill stuff in there. I'll show you.
That would be. Oh, that looks so. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's so cute.
What color is your box?
How big is it?
What color is it?
Oh, it's just white. It's just a white box. And then I put my own sticker on there.
So cute.
And I mean, people, this is the same stuff I would send in a bubble mailer. I'm not kidding. And they're like, oh my gosh. Oh. I mean,
well, it's like someone getting a gift in a gift bag to a box. People prefer, like if you do a white elephant or whatever, people always want the ones that are wrapped in a box. They don't want the bags.
No.
I don't know what it is. It's
you
more.
You can have $1 million in the friggin' bag and they want the box. So it's so cute. And so again, like here's my color cache I had made. So cute. And
oh my gosh.
And then on the back is a QR code into my VIP group.
That's so cute.
And so make sure you put the expiration date, because you know, you don't want this open forever. And you can do anything. Free shipping, you know, $5 off your next online order. You know, a free set with any purchase out of my stock, you know, if you do $40 of stock, you know, whatever. I mean, you can do anything with this thing. This is fun. I like this. And so this was one of my giveaways last night at bingo. I'm going to earn back on that if they use it, you know? Like,
do you order those off of like an Etsy? Like, how do you?
I can ask my assistant. She did it.
Okay. That's super cool.
She's way cuter than I am.
What does your sticker say on the box?
Okay, my sticker is quite amazing. It says, I mean, toot toot. I know I'm tooting my own horn, but beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself by Coco Chanel. It's so cute. And so I just rebranded myself. So everything is pink and black and gold. And so that's the sticker. And I'll put the sticker in everything, like all my packages that I do. Here, let's see. Here's my new, Here's my new, like instead of my bubble mailer, ignore this piece of paper because it's reminding me to put a strip in there.
Hey, Angelique, will you unshare so we can see you bigger?
Oh, I sure will. Wait, let me show you this really fast, Debbie.
Okay. I just want to see all your stuff closer.
Okay. So here's, sorry, girls. Let me get back to the top here. I just wanted to see how I did this because it's been a minute. So this is my friend Pam's Boozy Bingo. She's blonde and sassy, and this is so her, which I would have done this for probably anybody. I'm not going to pick it out for each person, but I love it. It speaks to me. It speaks to her. So cute. There's the description of the group that I was telling you guys about, kind of what the bingo is. Then this was, thank you for their orders. This was after, sorry. Here's the Yumi Who inventory. Again, I don't know if you guys know about it, but totally get it. See, this is her. Girls, this was so much fun. Too short. Let's zoom again. Here's my VIP group for them to get in.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the bingo. Julie, this gal came late and couldn't figure it out, so I gave her bingo board. This was them telling, hey, we're getting ready to join on. Get in here.
So you do a Zoom inside that group?
I create a link and put the link in the group, but that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like Zoom. I know Zoom better. So everyone's drinking because it's Boozy Bingo, and I'm like, show me your stuff. They're showing me. And this was you must bring stemware. It's way more sexy than a corksicle. Am I right? Thirsty Thursday, because we played on a Thursday. So, so that's it. I mean, it's really easy. What's the plan, Stan? I was telling them like what the plan was, how it was going to go. Here's the Zoom link. I think I welcome Boozy Bingo is the best game in town. Okay. I think, yeah, that's it.
I have a question.
Yes.
This is Dar. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. We're eating, so. Debbie, do you remember when we did the opportunity group and they were having trouble using their phone for both the Zoom and the trivia?
I'm trying, yeah, but there was something, well, that's because we were doing, that she's just asking them questions. We were doing that, the one that the teachers use.
Kahoot.
Oh, that's why.
Right, but Angelique, did you say that they can do the bingo on their phone? The bingo board on their phone?
Yeah.
Oh, bingo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the trivia.
Right, but what she's saying is the same thing. So if they're trying to do bingo and the Zoom on their phone, will they have that same trouble?
Oh.
Trying to go between the links?
I don't know the answer to that.
So they might want to just print the board.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Did everybody print out their board, Angelique?
During COVID, they did. But then I found out that the board was digital, like they added an update. I'm like, ooh. So I was like, you know what? I have not had anyone ask me that. So I don't know I don't know the answer.
I only know because we did have the trouble with trying to play the Kahoots game and doing the Zoom at the same time. If people were trying to do both on their phone, it was difficult. They could Zoom on
that makes
computer.
Sense. That totally
they could Zoom on the computer and do the bingo board on their phone.
Totally makes
sense. So you'd probably want to say, if you can use two devices, you can use your phone for your bingo board. If not, I would print it, is what I would probably tell them.
Yeah. Just a thought.
Yeah. And I think we're asking this. So this is my, instead of using I used to do hot pink bubble mailers, but now I do these guys. But you have to seal them at the top with a flat iron. Otherwise, people can get in here and take whatever. So once it's sealed,
you guys can click Angelique as speaker view, so you see her really big, and then you can see. Then we can see her. We re-show your stuff now. I have just you.
Oh,
So everyone can do that to themselves. So
can I do it? Let's see.
if you
You're a speaker.
view, yeah, now you should be when you go.
Okay, well,
I have a
am
question.
I going? I'm going.
I have a question also.
Okay, well, I'll answer the question.
Okay, so mailing in your clear mailer there, do you print your label large enough to like kind of cover majority of the content? Oh, it's on the back side. Okay. That's kind of because I have a ton of them. All right.
I'm
gonna start
doing
that just to line up.
because it's cute.
Yes.
You know, I like it because it's attractive. But I've never had a problem mailing anything like this, but don't forget, I have forgotten to seal the darn things. And then that's just your dumb luck if you do something like that.
I accidentally ordered like 3 sets of 100 or something because there was like a discount. So I need to use some up. I've been wondering about mailing. So
yeah,
thank you for that.
Like I'll do this, like if people come to my house and I have a porch pickup box, I'll do this exact same thing because this could get wet or whatever. So I use these.
Great idea.
Ladies,
thank you.
Ladies, any of you guys that do use those clear ones, be careful what you put in them because the post office will not mail certain things if they know that they're in there, like your Mineral Fusion.
Well, and that I haven't done before. That's brand new. I'll probably put it in my bag.
Yeah, hide it. I used to work in a post office. Hide that.
Girl, that is awesome to know. I'm gonna hide it. So yeah, I haven't done that before. I actually have never even offered mineral. They had a special, and this is my first time having it. So
I used that cover, or I used that top gel. So yeah.
Awesome.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm a new stylist and I don't have stock to do something like this. I'm planning a bingo game, but I have it. If they do a buy 3 get 1, they get 4 bingo cards to play, but they have to purchase it online during the
Dawn, I love that idea.
Yeah, the you know what is it called? I just went like brain dead. When you first put the link out and it's the like the pre-show or the
early bird special.
Early birds. Thank you. Early bird specials. Thank you. I just went completely. Okay, I got to stop drinking. I have it is if you buy one strip, you know, whether it's 11 or whatever, they get 1 bingo card. And if they do a buy 3 get 1, they get 4 bingo cards the night of the game.
I love that.
Is that okay to do?
I'm trying to think if that would be like, I'm trying to think if it would be fair. It might not be fair for everybody. If they have 4 boards, like they may be always the winner. You gotta wonder about that.
Well, because what I did was I took individual nails and I put it on the wheel board. Literally.
Why don't you only give them two bingo boards?
Maximum?
Yeah.
Okay. With it,
they get an additional bingo board for additional chance to win if they purchase a buy 3 get 1 free during the game or prior.
That's
excellent
idea.
Game.
Prior to the game.
Prior to the game.
That's
because
excellent.
Obviously, you're not going to print out another board.
But, no, right. And I have them so that I have them electronic, and then I put all of the individual colors onto the wheel of names. You can actually put images instead. So that's how I'm going to do it. Oh. You didn't know that? Yeah, on the wheelofnames.com, you can actually, instead of putting the names in, if there's a tab to click the image, and you can put any image you want on it. So I have all of the colors, all of the nail names.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah, but
and you know, Dawn, what you're doing is probably smart because I was wondering, like, if we want to do this with parties with our spring catalog, we won't have the product unless we get a bundle that we have some of it early. So if your parties are the week of launch, you may not have them to sell if that's what they want to buy. You know, so
right, that's what I was thinking too. And I said, well, let me do it with you know, because when you go on in the catalog, you get just the individual, like 1 nail color. You don't get the strip. So I did that and I made the wheel out of that. And I figured I could just do the wheel. And then once that comes up, I can delete it off. And then just, you know, for the next game, just add all the ones back in again. Would that work? I'm thinking.
I would have to try it.
You know, I mean, like, you know, the first one comes up and it's, I don't know, Tokyo Lights. And then, so I take that off the board so it doesn't spin up to that one again, because that one's already marked off for that game, and then put it back for the second game.
Oh, Katie made a point. She said you could do bulk order. You could do all this and that you could, whichever ones they wanted, then you could place a bulk order for them. So maybe like if you knew what the fall ones were or the spring ones were going to be, you could play bingo and then it could be.
Yeah.
We'll see if he's home yet.
That you'll order that many.
And here's another thing. If they order a buy 3, get 1 free spring bundle, no, I'm just talking out loud. This is brainstorming. But if they buy a buy 3, get 1 free spring bundle, they get entered to win an extra spring set or something like that. If they do that, they get entered to win something like that. So you can like incentivize them to purchase a spring bundle.
I had a question about that bingo, what she's doing. I'm a new stylist, by the way. When do you do the additional buy 1 get 1 or buy 3 get 1 free and they get 2 cards? Is that every time they do the buy 3 get 1, they get an extra card? Is that what you do?
That's what I would do.
Just suggesting, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I'm going to do. Initially, I had figured that if they did a buy 3 get 1, they would get 4 cards. But I think Angelique's right. I think that would kind of tip the scales for the people who could go in there and do that. But if everybody's going to get a free one, and then listen, if you want extras, then you go in and you purchase a buy 3 get 1, and I'm going to give you an extra one. If they decide that they're going to buy 2 of those, I have no problem giving them a 3rd ticket, because at that point now they've got 8 sets, so it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a great idea. I was just listening about that. I also had another question to the speaker.
Angelique.
Angelique, hi. I couldn't see the name because I'm using my phone.
Welcome, Pamela. We're excited to have you.
Thank you so much. I'm excited. So I'm waiting on my kid right now. So you did say something when you're doing your showing and you have what you said, a party price. Is that anything lower than what you're actually selling on the replicated site?
Yeah, in a private group only, you can sell your sets for different pricing. I don't recommend going really low, but you can if you would like, or you can say, you can create any special that you want. Because you're a new stylist, you may not want to discount anything right now, but you might want to enter them to win a drawing or something. You know what I mean? But yes, you can discount your sets in a private group only. Is that
if you're a new stylist,
and only of your own stock,
and you don't have to.
Yeah, and you don't have
There's no reason you have to order them at a discount at all.
No, there's not.
Offer them, because if people are coming to a party and they're ordering through the link, they're not used to necessarily coming in and getting it. So you don't have to do that by any means.
And I don't encourage you to do that either. Maybe
that'll be probably something that I'll look in later on as I'm starting to get started.
Yes.
Make my goals
once you've
first,
earned a lot free as a hostess and stuff, but at first, absolutely, there's no reason to.
And I would say for this particular training, just know that all these opportunities to do different creative things are available to you when you're ready. You're going to be, you have a learning curve as you're entering into, this business. Get familiar with that and then, shift into something that like this,
That'll work. And I guess I think that'll be something that I'll kind of put into my little incentive a little later. But I do think that this whole bingo thing is a great idea. I never thought that there's options like this, like the bingo board. You can create a digital bingo board using the names of the nail colors and things of that nature. So I'm kind of excited to do that. I think I might do just maybe one bingo, particularly with the part of the kit is hopefully some of that stuff is still in stock. So
and
yeah,
also,
I think I'm gonna do that.
And also, and I'm loving that you're excited. It's so fun. Take that excitement and ride it, Pamela. It's so much fun. But like I said in the beginning of this training, this is only one way to do it. And please, I beg of you to share with me ideas that come up, because I knew this was going to generate some ideas. I just knew it. And maybe even some like conflict. Like, I don't really want to do it the way I'm doing it. I get that. So if I want to hear from you. So please find me on Facebook, friend me, and message me if you guys start doing it differently and you find it successful. I would love to hear it. So thank you for doing that.
Most definitely.
One thing I was about to type in there, especially Pamela, one thing to think about, if you're offering a discount and anyone books a party from that party, then you need to be following that discount for those people. You can't really then, if two people book a party, say, forget it, now I'm going full price. So you got to think about whatever you're offering, you want more parties. So you have to be willing to do it again and again. So just something, or even 2 months from then, if another friend has a party in that same group. So if you give away too much, you kind of get yourself in a little bit of a hole to get out. So
that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I thought about that as well. I was like, if I do it for one person, I'm gonna have to do it for everybody, but have to just keep it in consideration, or maybe put some stipulations out there that if we get a certain amount of people, we'll get it at this price.
Yeah.
If we have
Maybe
a full house, then we'll do.
Yeah, I'm having a March hostess special. Anybody who hosts a party this month, you can put it in your VIP group, we'll get this pricing if you want to do something like that. So it stipulates this is this
March Madness, you know,
right.
Something like that.
Right.
Well, and I do suggest being careful with that, like the discounting thing, because I've seen a lot of posts where stylists have been saying that it's in their groups and parties and stuff. Now people expect it all the time. Yeah, and so when I do like even my live sales in my group, like I really mix it up, and honestly, they're in my live group more for the entertainment of my husband than anything, but they don't expect the same thing. They like the different. And I often do my live sales selling sets at retail, but then if they buy 4, they get free shipping and no tax, something like that. And they get a spin on my wheel, so you just want to be careful with that, because I truly have seen a lot of stylists say that.
I could not agree with you more. There's no reason to be drastically discounting your sets. People want them. They're already cheap as heck. And if you get the cheapest nail clips on the planet, they will purchase for these types of things, regular price. So
I did have a question for you too, Angelique, as far as your boxes that you do. Yeah. So do you ship them? So how much does it cost to ship your boxes?
So I have not yet myself shipped one. I delivered the one to my friend, but I've been told, and maybe our resident, post office gal could tell us, but my understanding from the other person I learned about this box thing was it cost the same to ship that as it did her bubble mailer. So I was like,
no.
Box then.
I was going to say, I have not had that luck. So,
okay, I'm going to tell you how to do it. So you need to find a box that fits inside one of priority something. It's the only way you're going to get it.
It's a small box. It might look big, but it's actually kind of small.
If you can get it to fit inside a small one, you're going to do it as a measured size. So it doesn't matter what happens. If you were to take that there, they're going to take the little tape. They're going to say, oh, look, it's 9 by 15 by this high. They don't care how much it really weighs yet until it gets in, once it gets out of control, then they do. But that's what they're going to do. And then they shake it to see if they can hear it. So that's what they're going to do next.
Okay. So what are you telling us we need to do, Lacey?
Well, ultimately, if you can ship anything in a priority box, stuff it in there. They don't open them. I'm being honest. Usually when they're
for the small size priority box.
Yeah. If you can slide anything in that priority box and make it like one of those cute little, just like flip up boxes, kind of like the size of an old videotape. Yeah. And just kind of lay things out in there.
That's this, I swear to you, let me close it. and see what you think. It's pretty small. It looks pretty great, but it's pretty small.
But what you're saying, Lacey, is because hers isn't priority. Hers is going to go by weight.
Would have to fit inside that.
And if you actually do you guys, how do you ship yours? Do you like pirate ship or one of them?
I do PayPal.
I do PayPal.
I do pirate ship. If you go on pirate ship, it gives you a good example. It shows you a modified box and it'll say you have to give the measurements, or it's going to say, and that's like nondescript. So that means it's just a box. If it's a priority, it'll tell you a bubble priority, or, you know, and it has to state that it's their bubble priority. If you use their box that says priority on the outside, you stuff your box in it, and close it, it's only going to cost you $7 to ship it versus the $13 if you were to put that in the mail. That's going to cost you $13 to $16 depending on the length of that box.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way when I was using pirate ship for something else I was dealing with. It charged me an arm and a leg if I didn't put it in that priority mail.
Yes.
At least a bubble mailer with that.
Yep.
We offer another plan.
So don't all jump on the boxes at Amazon yet till we figure out a little bit more between now.
Yeah, if they'll fit in. Because I did I did a huge fundraiser in February, and I did a fill the bag thing for it. And I was like, I'm gonna try UPS just because it was a decent size box of stuff that I was sending. And it still cost me almost $20 to send it. And I probably would have been better off doing the medium size priority box from the post office, but I was just kind of curious as a price comparison. So it was a few dollars more. And I think I could have gotten it in a medium size, but I don't know. So
yeah,
shipping is a funny thing.
I'll let you guys know what it is, because I'll be mailing one out here shortly. So I'll
Well, and they're super cute to have. Like, if it ends up being too expensive, depending how your local customers are, if they're doing any pickup orders, or, you know, I mean, so you can
a gift item, like you can wrap it as a gift. You know, that would have been great for Christmas. That I thought about. You know, like something. Hey, because a lot of people bought a ton of sets at Christmas, and I'm like, oh, I'll package them all cutesy, but this is way cuter because you can wrap it. You know,
Angelique, is how much does it weigh?
I don't know. I told you, like, this is fairly a newer, I don't know. I just changed to this.
Yeah, if it's 16 ounces or less, it can still go first class.
Oh, it's way less. It's not heavy. I mean, it's nothing.
All right, so you'll have to let us know when you ship it, what you paid.
Girls, I totally will. And like I said, share with me your ideas, because I'm still tweaking this to make it perfection. And I will do the same. If I find that things are working better, I will update Debbie, and she can either bring me back, or I'll just type up what's working.
Sounds great.
I actually used to play I would say last summer before. I mean, I signed up in the summer, but I played on somebody's to learn, and it was very interesting. It's very similar to what Dawn did, and she had sales that skyrocketed, like, because that's exactly what they did. Is it was buy 3 get 1 free. Every single one that you did, you got a board. So I think anybody, and it wasn't anybody could play. So it was, if you bought buy 3 get 1 free,
you got a board.
Exactly. Nobody got them for free. So
I love that idea.
Yeah. So what happened is she had like 20 friends that like just jumped on. Well, guess what all their friends wanted to do on Thursday night with them? They wanted to play bingo. So they did the same thing, and they loved their nails anyway. So they were buying all these nails. They were doing that. They were drinking. They were having a good time, and they were doing, and she was selling as well during. So she was double whamming and getting all of this. And then that's what they would, that's how she got, you know, with that. But some people were actually doing, like, some people had like 3 and 4 boards. She did, however, put a limit on how many times you could bingo in an hour, because they would do it sometimes for like an hour or 2 hours. She would like ask them, how long did they want to do this?
I'm telling you, people do love the bingo. And the reason I came on and it like, I know we presented this as like instead of a Facebook party, but to be honest, for me, it was a switch up to connect with my customers, to offer them some sort of a incentive to come by. I had a lot of stock at the time. So that's kind of what I did. And then I tweaked it last night. So you can totally turn this into what you're talking about, which sounds really fun. I think the key that I wanted to kind of bring to the table is bring back the fun. Bring back the fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. You know?
That was my thought when you were talking earlier too about what you give the host or, you know, whoever did it is honestly right now, I think people are more in it for the socializing than they are in it for the, like, they just want to have fun. They want an excuse to get together and to do stuff. And but yeah, I like the idea of doing it that way for, you know, so the host can get those rewards and stuff, or there's just so many different options, but I truly think
so many. But I really like the idea of purchasing a buy 3, get 1 free to get a bingo board. And you could even do like, and then what I'm thinking is then you can have some significant prizes instead of, and then you can sell during it. So you can have, you know, way better things than, you know, these get. This could be the on time prize. And then you have something different. I think that sounds kind of fun.
And they're ordering from the website too, which gets them there if that's what you want.
That's what I would want. I would want them to, I would like to increase my web sales anyway. And that I'm totally going to use that. I mean, I think that's.
She also ended up signing on numerous people, because they saw how much fun this was and how much they could also do this. And how many people, it was unreal. Yeah, I do have to tell you.
What company was this?
This one. And yeah, she actually went from a senior stylist up to I think she is a senior director in a matter of 3.5 months.
Who was this?
I'm not telling you. I don't want to get in trouble.
Private message me, doggone it. I need to know her secrets. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the reality is when you have a lot of fun and everyone can see you're having fun and then they're having fun, everything shifts. So have fun.
Yeah. You know? Let me tell you, man, she has quite a following anyway outside of this. So I know that that's why, but it was unreal. I couldn't believe it. I mean, her VIP group went from literally like probably 40 and she's got like 800 or 900 people. Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah, you're seriously going to message me her name.
It's unreal.
That's awesome. Hey,
Debbie, well, a lot of times though, people like to share that stuff. That's the nice thing about that I found is like, even if they're not part of Beautifully Polished, and Angelique, I don't know, even if you are or aren't, but
all day long, I'm going to share all day long. All day long, I'm going to share what I got.
Share their ideas, and I love that about this. So
I love this company is like nothing else. All you new stylists who are on here, you've gotten into a great situation. You've gotten into a great team. You got into a great company. People are so willing to share what works because we're all in different places and have different people we know, and it's awesome. So it's so exciting, and you guys are in a great space. And just take this and use it as a template to shift or use it exactly as it is. But either way, just know that you have options. That's the best part, you have options.
Yeah.
Thanks,
well,
Debbie.
thank you so much, Angelique. I'm so excited
Thank you.
in my March parties.
Oh, I enjoy coming on. Thanks, guys.
I might try a variety. I might try both ways in my March parties, just to, you know, why not?
I can't wait to go have fun. Bingo. It's seriously fun. The other thing that I did, and I don't know, you might have some characters in here that are really fun, but for my team bingo, this is how it all began, is I started with team bingo and they loved it. But I wore like a gray granny wig with a bun and some glasses, and an visor, and I was a total dork. And it was great. You know, it was fantastic. So you can take it to the level as whatever you want. I don't do that for everybody, but
she just did her weave for us.
Yeah, I did my weave for you. Mrs. Weaver might be the name. I can't decide. Or Harriet.
If you missed the beginning, she has a weave in, and her VIP group is
my Halo extensions. Thank you.
Naming it.
But they were making fun of me last night because I dragged them on the. Anyway, it's a story. But we're naming her. We got to name the hair. So. Thanks, girls, for letting me join in. It was
Thank you so much. We're all excited to try it, and I will get all of her stuff. She sent to me the documents and graphics posted so you guys can see them and go the documents.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Thanks, Tina. You are, girl.
Thank you.
You are so inspiring.
Thank you. You
loved
too.
it.
Talk to you guys.
Bye.
Bye. This was amazing. Awesome.
So good.
So good.